Hello again, my name's Dawn and I like to design and refurbish homes, and I am an interior designer, and I am doing various YouTube videos on how to design and renovate your own home, because I tend to work with mid to high end clients, but if you've watched my last video you will know that I do not have that kind of budget. And as I'm doing up my own home, I have been documenting it, and I've been showing people on various social media channels how I kind of get a nice high-end look without actually spending a horrendous amount of money. And a lot of it is doing it myself. So I've become quite proficient in not interior design, I'm already proficient in that, in DIY over the last few years. But when I started, I did not know what I was doing. And I think when people watch my videos now, they're like, I get a lot of comments, especially from women, saying, oh my God, that's amazing, and I wish I could do that. And you can, because I was there like a few years ago. So I just wanted to do a video on like how a beginner might get started with DIY if they want to do up their house, but they don't necessarily have all the money to be able to get professionals in. So the first thing I did was I started on a really small project. So the very first project that I did was actually my pantry cupboard, and it was really ugly. We just had a rewire, and so the wires were all running up in there to above the staircase, and it made me like want to throw up a little bit when I looked in there. So I decided that was going to be my first project. And when I started, I did not know how to put up a shelf. I didn't even know how to put like a raw plug in the wall. I didn't know which drill bit to use. And that is kind of the level of DIY knowledge that I had. So if you are at that level, that is fine. Just start on a small project and learn as you go. So starting on a really small project is the first point that I would make. It also, if it doesn't, like it was in a cupboard, so it didn't really matter if I mucked it up for a while, because I'd just go away and like learn a little bit more and then come back to it. So starting very, very small, invest in maybe like a few basic tools. You don't need to be going all out and buying like circular saws and like all that jazz right at the start. You just need a basic toolkit, maybe a saw and block, and I'd probably invest in a drill as well. If you need a circular saw, then obviously you'll need to get one, but like you don't have to start with that, because those are quite scary power tools to be started. I was really scared the first time I used my circular saw, and I actually put the saw on back to front, which was really bad. I actually caught that on video, and I wondered why it was smoking when I was trying to do the MDF, when I was trying to saw the MDF. If there are any trades on here, please don't make nasty comments, because I was very much a beginner. I had no one to teach me how to do this stuff, so I was just having a go. So invest in a few basic tools, and then over the years I have like just bought stuff as I've needed it. Tools can be quite expensive when you start buying loads all to start with, and it's not really necessary. So buy a few basic tools. The other thing I would say is all mistakes can be fixed. And I think there is a bit of a habit, especially among women, in getting scared starting something because they don't think it's going to be perfect. I was very much like that as well. But I got so annoyed with my house, it just became a thing where I was just going to have a go. And like that whole perfectionist thing tends to put fear in our heads, and it stops us doing things. And just understand that if you muck something up, it might cost a little bit more money. If you really have to, then you can get a professional in. It doesn't really matter. Like it's not a failure. You're learning. You can go away and look on YouTube and then work out how to do it better. I've made loads of mistakes, and believe me, when you're posting on social media and you make a mistake, people let you know. I've had a few videos, one particular video where I had to delete it, and another one where I had to mute the comments because it just got a bit out of hand. And yeah, you need to thicken your skin up if you're posting stuff on social media. But anyway, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake, so long as you're not knocking through structural walls. Like, just maybe don't start with a wall. Please don't start knocking through walls unless it is definitely stud work. Which brings me on to my next point, which is there's a few things that I would not work on, I would not touch these with a barge pole now. And those are the kind of dangerous things, which is electrics. Apart from changing a plug socket, if you know how to do that, that's fine. If you're a competent DIY, you can change a plug socket. But just generally working with electrics, I don't touch it because that is dangerous if you're not qualified and don't know what you're doing. Saying that, like 50 years ago, like people just wired their own houses like willy-nilly, but that is probably why we need qualifications now, because people probably electrocuted themselves quite a lot. So electrics, I don't touch. Obviously don't touch boilers and gas. Do not go anywhere near that. I don't touch water, and the reason I don't do that is because as an interior designer, I've seen way too many terrible, also I specialize in bathrooms, I've seen way too many things where things have gone wrong and leaks have kind of like wrecked stuff. One particular client, I remember they were having their bathroom done. The plumber, for whatever reason, something started leaking, something failed. It came through the ceiling into the living room, and it pulled on the guy's antique grand piano and wrecked the top of the piano. So that was all a little bit of disaster. This happened over a couple of days, I think. And yeah, anyway, I digress. Another one. Sorry, this video is going to be a bit long, so I start telling client stories. The other one was we did not get these fitters in, the client did. It then transpired that they were not bathroom fitters, they were landscapers who said that they could install a bathroom, which, yeah, the client did not tell me that at the start, otherwise I would have strongly recommended that they steer clear. Anyway, putting a floor shower tray in, like a wet floor shower tray, which has a gradient. It's like a bit of it's like a tray that is made out of plastic, and it's got like a gradient to the middle so that the water can drain away. Then you tile on top of it. So the tray went in with all the materials. It's about £300 worth of equipment, and then these guys self-leveled the floor over the tray. So then there was absolutely no point in having the tray there because it was just a flat floor. So like when the water didn't drain away, so it just sat there. That was horrendous. Anyway, so water, and then anything structural. Maybe don't start knocking down walls, like unless you are absolutely certain that is not supporting something. You shouldn't be touching that sort of stuff anyway. So those are the things that I would never touch first. I would plan it all first as well. So I tend to design stuff on my software. You can do that too. Like if you've got a bit of software, some cheap software that you can use, and you're proficient at plans and elevations, then go for it. I planned a lot of my stuff first. So like my bedroom, got a nice dressing table in the middle and wardrobes. I pre-planned all of that because I wanted to get all the proportions right. Same with the kitchen. I planned all of this. So I would plan it. Sometimes I just plan stuff in my head, to be honest, as well. So if you're quite good at visualizing, then you can do it that way. And I learn as much as I can off of like YouTube or whatever other channels there are. Like tutorials, people doing it as well. There's been loads of stuff where somebody's shown me how to do something, and I've learned it from that. There's one other point, and it's like know when to call a professional in. There was one other thing that I wouldn't touch, and that is fireplaces. Don't touch a fireplace. Like people should not be putting their own log burners in. You need somebody qualified, I think it's HETAS registered installer to do all of that stuff. And the reason I'm telling you that is because we actually had some contractors who did stuff on our fireplace, and there must have been a communication issue here, because they did stuff to our fireplace and basically made it a death trap. We can't use our fireplace now. And so when we build up enough of a pot of money, we're getting somebody qualified to come and fix it. That was one of the posts that went semi-viral on the internet, and I had to turn the comments off because people were calling me an idiot. Anyway, so yeah, make sure you know when to call a professional in if things start to get out of hand. This is why we start with small projects and we kind of build up. I recently what have I done? I've done my peel and stick floor. All of these things I will be posting on Shorts, by the way. Like I've got a whole stack of content on TikTok, Instagram, and starting to post on Facebook. So I've got a few years worth of DIYs that I've done on there, and I am uploading them slowly on YouTube Shorts. So you will be able to see some of my projects there. At the moment, I'm uploading my kitchen, and I'm part of the way through that. So that turned out okay. But I was like reasonably advanced at that stage. So yeah, if you like videos like this, where I am just talking like a normal person, but as a designer and DIYer, then please let me know, like, comment, share, whatever, do all of those things, subscribe, and I will know that it is useful for people, and I will keep doing them. I like to class myself. I think the problem is when you go on social media, and I find this, I see all these interior designers and they are all so perfect and pristine and beautiful, and I love them all and I love their content. But for me, it's not realistic, and I like to kind of think of myself more as just a realistic person, a little bit chaotic, and so that is why I'm not even going to edit this. I'm just going to upload it. I don't want to show a refined version of myself. I want to show the real version of myself. And I'm hoping that people will kind of resonate with that and see me as a human, rather than like some of these other interior designers who are just so perfect. And I can't attain that kind of level of perfection all the time. Like, I think my brain would fall out. So yeah, anyway, I will do probably a couple of these videos a week if I can keep the chaos in my brain under wraps. But yeah, I will see you in the next video, and love you all.